Welcome back. Today I brought my boyfriend Max for this video to discuss the Golden Globes on Sunday. We've seen a few of the nominees so far. We haven't seen all of them, but we're making our way through them. We thought we'd start talking about like the ones we've seen so far and what we haven't and what we're looking forward to. Yeah, we're not really sure. All we know is Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are hosting again, which is great because they've been one of my favorite hosts for the Golden Globes over the years. So I'm very excited about that. We'll start with the best comedy or musical, or I should say best motion picture, musical, or comedy.
Hamilton.
Yes, which we saw. I thought that was fantastic, and I loved how it was shot. I know they was shot over 3 days in the theater, and I don't see it winning, but it's definitely worth it for sure, and definitely check it out on Disney Plus. So, because it is really good, and if you haven't seen it, it's
seen it like 3 times.
I don't know anyone that hasn't liked it. So.
Sure.
The next nominee is Borat. The Borat subsequent movie film.
It's had such a controversy surrounding it that I was going to watch it either way, but that made it all the sweeter.
We really enjoyed this one a lot, and we saw it pretty early.
Right, we were one of the first people, when it came on the service to watch. It was like a cultural moment.
Yeah, and I thought it was really well done. I don't know if I liked it better than the first one.
Right. So it was more of the same, but
yes, but the things they did with it, the directions they went, I thought were really good, and I really liked the actress who played his daughter.
Maria Bakalova.
Yeah.
Bakalova.
Yes. She was fantastic, and there were so many moments where I was just cringing so much because it was so uncomfortable in like the best way possible. Music is a film directed by Sia. There's been a ton of controversy on that one, and I think it has like an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. We're probably gonna skip that one. Unless we feel like watching it just to see what kind of train wreck it is.
Yeah, it's just we gotta select one.
Yeah, sometimes they just love stuff that we don't necessarily
flavor of the week.
But if they love it, that's good for them, I guess. And movies are for everyone at the end of the day, so people like what they like. I'm not gonna knock it.
I'm staying. I'm finishing my copy.
The next is the Andy Samberg film Palm Springs.
Hulu, I think.
Yes, and we're definitely going to be watching that this week.
Yeah, he's classic.
Yeah.
Like Sandler.
Yes, and we didn't get a chance to watch that yet, but I've heard nothing but really good things. So I'm excited for them. And then the last and final nominee of the musical or comedy category is the Prom. I was open to watching it, and then I actually wound up watching a few reviews, and especially Dan Murrell. Everything he said about the Prom just made it seem like
it's not happening.
Not an enjoyable experience
Netflix,
at the movies.
How dare you?
That's a curveball too for a nomination. I don't know if we'll watch that one, but we're definitely going to watch Palm Springs.
For the best motion picture drama, we have 4 nominees. One that we saw. Go ahead.
Yes, and it's actually 5 nominees.
What? Okay.
But and we only we saw 2 so far. So
Mank.
We saw 3 actually so far. Oh my God, we need to get it together. Yeah, Mank was one we definitely saw with Gary Oldman. And it was about the writer of Citizen Kane, which was a really interesting story.
Mankiewicz.
And Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried, yes. Yeah. I'm always horrendous at pronouncing that last name. He's good at that, though. Yes. She was really good. I really liked her in the role. And Gary Oldman is, of course, always fantastic.
Every single role.
Hollywood loves voting for movies that are surround... Movies in Hollywood.
About movies.
Yeah,
it's like self-promotion or something.
Yes.
Hollywood land.
Which is not bad because we eat that stuff up. We love that stuff.
Love letters to LA.
Yes. So I'm curious to see how that does. I'm sure it's going to get quite a few Oscar nominations. The cinematography was great. David Fincher did a great job directing.
Mank.
Mank. Yeah.
That's all you have to say.
Just Mank. I'd love to know your thoughts on that film.
It's in black and white. Spoiler alert.
Yes, it is black and white, which is also one of the things I really enjoyed
Some
about
people
it.
are turned off, but please, it's like pristine. Remember, what's that silent film that came out?
The Artist.
Yes.
Yes.
With the dog.
Yes, that was a huge risk, and it paid off because then it wound up winning Best Picture.
Oh, yeah.
It was a long time coming to make that film. Mank, because his father wrote it, actually.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's been his passion project. Because it doesn't really feel like a Fincher film in a lot of ways. It feels a little very different.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad. I just want to say it's my favorite of the year, but I don't not like it. I really enjoyed watching it.
It's a serious work.
Yeah.
Like Zodiac.
Yes.
But real. Well, like Zodiac.
The Father we have not seen yet. That's Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. So,
who's the other person?
Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman.
Who won Best Actress for The Favorite.
Twice, I think she won.
I think just once, but I think she won for The Crown as well. So that was for the Emmys, or maybe the Golden Globes that year. I'm not positive. I'm not as up on TV winners as I am film winners, but
it's not nerdy TV, girl.
No, it's not. Different channel. We did watch Nomadland
on Hulu again.
Yes, Hulu's doing a great
Frances
job.
McDormand, make me your daddy. Just kidding. She's killing it. Reminds me of a Harmony Korine film.
Yeah, that type of performance too. I mean, she carries the whole film.
Wild.
Yeah, she carries the whole film, and it's actually a very relaxing film as well. It's an interesting character piece of someone that does live out of a van and really doesn't have a.
It's trendy, but like this is like the darker side of it.
Yeah.
Like van life.
Yes, it shows the pros and cons for sure of that type of lifestyle. I think at the end of the day, some people really just need to not live in a permanent place, or they need to constantly be able to leave and go to different areas and constantly wander the United States. And it kind of was a love letter to the United States, actually. It was beautiful.
Look at the U.S. Look at these United States we have.
And places I've never seen.
Southwestern. Western.
Yeah, Southwest.
Yeah, it's like a journey, and you can't tell whether she's a hero or just I don't know, look into the life of.
Yes, it's definitely a look into the life of, and David Strahan. Again, I'm horrible with last names. He's great in it too. It was really nice to see him on screen. Yeah.
David Strahan.
I just love watching him. He's just like just such a kind person. He comes off at least as such a kind person on screen. And Nomadland was directed by Chloe Zhao, which I don't believe I had seen anything she's done prior to this. And I thought she did a beautiful job, especially the challenge of having, one of the best actors in the world work with totally non-actors is such an interesting way to go about making a film.
It was like Steven Soderbergh's Bubble, in which he just has normal people, almost documentary style, just tell their tale. Like, no script. They know what's going on, but... these people are not in anything else. It's so real, so raw.
Yes.
Well, people who are nomads.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see what else she does, and she's actually going to be directing Eternals. So that's actually really interesting.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Yes. That's a hell of a cast, too.
Marvel, big budget. Yeah, Eternals. That's been in gestation for a long period.
Yeah, and that type of film's like total opposite of this film. So I'm really excited to see what she does.
Right. It's understated what she does.
Yes, next is...
Please.
So next is Promising Young Woman, which we have not seen yet.
Looks hot.
We know he's going to get nominated for a bunch of Oscars, so... We will definitely at least watch it before the Oscars, no question.
We promise.
And maybe we'll just splurge and get it this week before Sunday. We're not sure. Who knows? I've just been hearing like crazy things. I've heard the end is crazy. Daisy.
Carey Mulligan.
Carey Mulligan.
Daisy.
Yes. And Bo Burnham's in this too, which is really cool. And last but not least is the Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh, such a good Netflix buy.
Which we did see.
It up. Yeah, yes. It was epic for another biopic.
The Trial of the Chicago 7 was really, really solid. Like, that's just how I feel about it. It was just a solid film.
Bolstered
Yes.
by its own narrative.
I did not know much about that historical event at all.
Me neither. I heard of it. And it had a lot to do with the joke in The Big Lebowski that Jeff Bridges' character, titular character, says that he was in the Seattle 7, but he meant the Chicago 7. And it's just like a big joke. And I'm like, oh, that's what it means.
Yes.
Taika's gonna join. Taika Waititi.
Yes, this is Taika.
Our boy.
He's part of the film crew.
Production assistant, let's call it that.
And he watches all the movies with us, so he has very strong opinions. He really did not like the way people treated the film Cats.
The Butthole Edition. He's a fan.
Back to the Trial of Chicago 7. Aaron Sorkin. I love his writing.
It's like the walk and talk invented by... well, I mean, Aaron Sorkin did Jobs, but who did do that walk and talk stuff on West Wing?
Yeah, Aaron's... Oh, you mean the actors that did it? Or...
Oh, that's Aaron Sorkin too?
Yes.
Just like it, same thing.
And one of my favorite shows ever was The Newsroom on HBO, and sadly they only gave it 2.5 seasons, not even a full third season, and the fan base for that show was really big, and I don't know if they realized at the time, and I honestly don't know really what happened, why that show ended, because it really seemed like it was on a roll, especially like after season 2. Yeah, I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but like, so I just feel like it just seemed so out of place for that to just get totally cut off. And I want to do some research, and if I do unlock the mysteries of why that show was canceled, I will let you guys know. Because
no stopping her.
I lose sleep over this, actually.
She's a sleuther.
Yeah.
It's like the show Luther on BBC, but
yes.
Sleuthy McGee over here.
So yeah, the Trial of Chicago 7, another Sacha Baron Cohen film. So he's in 2 big ones this year.
Oh, right. He is big name in 2020.
He was great. Eddie Redmayne was great. I really loved watching Eddie Redmayne with an American accent. That was something
really good.
Yeah, he was really good, and it was kind of like refreshing because I'm usually at this point we're kind of all used to seeing him being, you know, the very dramatic British man in turmoil. So it was like really nice to see him in a totally different type of character. And then I also love Mark Rylance.
Yes.
Mark Rylance.
This girl.
Yes. And he actually won, I think, for Bridge of Spies, Best Supporting Actor.
I was like, who?
Mark Rylance.
Mark Rylance.
Yes. He's adorable in this film. And I know it's not an adorable role, but like he just comes off as adorable to me in everything he plays. Definitely check this one out. It's on Netflix. So, and the beauty of part this year... Yeah.
Other than that, you can just, at will, you don't have to hardly rent any of them.
Yes.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
it's like a library.
This was kind of a precursor to the Golden Globes, and we will be doing a recap of the Golden Globes. We really still have no idea what to expect of how they're going to do it, so I'm very curious. And
it's a new age.
And it's actually interesting because that's when the Oscars were supposed to be, February 28th. So... now everything's pushed back.
Time is going weird.
Yes. I'm sure everyone will still be doing their normal getting drunk and having fun and letting loose because it's a fun show. It's not as serious and uptight as the Oscars.
They get drunk. It's a soiree.
It is, yeah.
Tina Fey.
Everyone's just happy to be there.
Forget about it.
And
Amy Poehler's going to be.
So, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe.
Thanks for having me, Tracy.
Of course, you're going to be seeing him a lot because he's incredibly knowledgeable, and so, like, my co-pilot for this channel.
That's right.
So,
nerdy film girl herself.
Yes.
Enough said.
Stay tuned for what is to come, and we'll see you next week.